Welcome to TullyVision. I'm not Conrad Thompson. I am Derek Sabato, sitting in this week with the Hall of Famer himself, Tully Blanchard. Tully, how you doing tonight?
Derek, I am doing great and thrilled to meet you
Same.
and know that we're going to have a great time during TullyVision tonight.
Yes, we are starting a series, something I've been excited to do and pitching for a while. The best rivals for the Four Horsemen, and we're going to be going through the top five as I chose them. And if anyone has anything in the comments to say about that, please leave it below. Also, for our live studio audience here on adfreeshows.com, leave a question regarding what we're talking about, and we will be happy to get to it. First things first, Coach Rosie has the compliment of the night. Nice hat, Tully.
Very good. I was going to say, somebody please comment whether the hat's good or not. Rosie, you're awesome.
We are all in on Tully's new hat, and we're going to get started with our top five of the Horsemen rivalries overtime. Number five, in my mind, the Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal. Tully, when you think about hearing that term, the Road Warriors, and
You
Paul
put them at
Ellering,
five?
put them at five, and we'll see how it goes. When you think about them,
Wow.
the biggest angle I remember outside of the Dusty Rhodes angle is you guys laying them out on TV. Pile driver on the floor to Animal, Paul Ellering getting knocked out by JJ, you guys beating the hell out of Hawk inside the ring in the studio. What can you tell us about the Road Warriors that we may not already know?
It is a miracle that we're all still in one piece.
So they were stiff.
Can I be that honest?
You can please be as honest as possible.
Oh my gosh. I can remember in one of the the two ring cage matches,
War games.
war games. They picked me up, pressed me, and did military press, and you'd hit the top of the cage, and then they threw me from one ring to the other, and it was you in one of the matches, you can see wherever Hawk was in whatever ring, you could see me crawling to the other ring. And then when Hawk changed, I crawled back and never got up off the ground. That was self-preservation.
I was going to say their reputation preceded themselves, and it is a reputation they earned. Is that right?
Oh boy. They did earn it, and they, as they got older, they certainly, the more they had to work with us, the more they calmed their world down.
Right.
It was it it was guaranteed money when you went against the Road Warriors, and that's what, back in the 80s, that's what the business was.
You were drawing on the house.
You needed to put peoples in the seats, and that's how you got paid.
Right.
I mean, now it's all different. It's all, the product is now television instead of house shows, and so it is completely a different deal. But you got to get ratings. But I mean, when you get 16,000 people in the Greensboro Coliseum, or there in Chicago, or we did Thanksgiving in Chicago that one year, and it is wrestling. Those guys was dollars for everybody, but you had to go in and perform and make them look dynamic no matter what. But
Amy,
that's what the Horsemen did.
Amy Vaughn's got a great question. What does Tully think about the term Road Warrior Pop? You were in the ring a lot with them, and when their infamous entrance song Iron Man would hit, the crowd just reacted.
Oh yeah, I mean, they're supposed to. They were however they ended up baby faces, they were the baby faces. And I mean, if they weren't over, the crowds wouldn't pop. If we weren't over, the crowds wouldn't have popped to watch us get beat up. I mean, that's the reality of it back in those days. It's a different product now.
Right. When you think about the legacy of the Horsemen and the Road Warriors, it is war games. And you guys did a tour of war games matches. When you first hear the concept from Dusty, what did you think of 2 rings, 2 cages with roofs on them?
Um, I we didn't really think of it because I mean, war games was a different breed because you had two guys start for 5 minutes, and then one flip a coin, and one team gets advantage for 2 minutes. Then it evens back up. Then they get advantage again, and that was unheard of at that time. And to watch that and to know that I think Dusty and Arn started every one of them.
Right.
And then it was me coming in, I think third. Flair might, Flair might have come in second, or Barry might have come in second. But I don't think we held Flair to last. That
No,
too
he
many
was
people
normally in
would
the
have.
middle.
Yeah. And I think I was like next to last usually. And I mean, the biggest thing that you have to do whenever you have a gimmick match, you've got to make the gimmick mean something. If nobody ever climbs up the fence in a cage match, then you have killed the whole thing.
Right. What does it matter at that point?
And I mean, it's like having a match with Dusty with the bull rope with the bell in the friggin' middle of it. I mean, if somebody wasn't getting hit with the bell, why have a bull rope match?
Now, the heels always win in the coin toss always seemed like a weird, odd coincidence to me. But the psychology of always having the heels be on top. When you sit down and map this all out, is it easy to call something like this? Is it just the finish and then we'll figure the rest out?
Well, this was more just a finish. Everything else was just relying on our intelligence to do it all. And it was the thing that Dusty liked was when one of us came to join Arn, then he was beating up two guys.
Sounds like a Dusty move. Now,
Yes.
now the finish of the first War Games took a toll on JJ. It's the Doomsday device, and the way he lands blows out his shoulder completely. You're in the ring, you see
he broke his collarbone.
broke his collarbone. You're in the ring, you see it happen.
Oh, he was done. I mean, when he got clothesline sitting up on top of Animal, and I mean, it was. I mean, I don't remember exactly if I heard it pop, but to bring that up, I must have.
Yeah.
At that time, and JJ was hurt, and but it was the first time, and it was sellout dollars, and we did it again, and it was sellout dollars, and we did it again, and it was sellout dollars, and that's what we liked.
Did you guys actually? Amy just was about Amy just typed in the same question I was about to ask. Did you know who would be coming out in order for the Babyfaces when you worked War Games, or did you send word to the Babyface locker room with your order? You guys worked all that out ahead of time, correct?
Oh, the order that you would go in, we knew.
Okay. You talked about the change and dollars and going to the next one. The next one's at the Orange Bowl, and that's a whole different experience than the first one in the Omni. When you're in that ring and you're in that stadium, how different was it from the stadium to the Omni with that atmosphere?
Well, the stadium it's open air back then, and it is a much you don't get near the crowd because you don't have a roof on the building.
Right.
And when you got 16,000 people inside, I mean, it is just ear wrenching. It's so loud. And when the Orange Bowl or any other bowls that we did, you didn't have that much explosion because of the outdoor setting. Even if you had, I mean, we would do, if I remember the Orange Bowl, we did something like 50 or 60,000 people, but it looked like they were half full. You know, I mean, you're talking about a stadium that seats close to 100, where the Greensboro Coliseum is sold out.
To the Raptors.
Yeah. So I liked being in the big indoor coliseums, especially when they were sold out, but more so than being in a half full stadium. I can remember early in my career, I flew to Mexico City and wrestled for one of the big Mexican promotions, and we were in Aztec Stadium, seats 110,000 people. It looked like a bomb scare, and we had 38,000 people in the audience.
That's crazy.
And I was pinching myself, going, God, this is not good. And this was before Horsemen and before Baby Doll and before me going to Crockett.
Right.
This was me just going down and being part of their promotion, and wow, 38,000 people was more people than I'd ever wrestled in front of, and the place was empty.
It's amazing to think how far the business has come now, especially when WrestleMania is coming up this weekend. They're going to have 45,000, if not more, every 2 nights in a row, compared to what it was back then. It's stunning to see that, isn't it?
Gosh, it's just amazing the crowds that love professional wrestling.
Yeah.
And I don't watch a lot of the product now, just simply because it is so different than what I did.
Sure.
And what I was a part of. And I might be just a little bit proud of the fact that I was better, we were better than what they do now, even though I would never have got on the top of a cage and done a backflip thing. I told Arn one time, we were in the Wilmington, North Carolina stadium in the summer,
Mm-hmm.
and we were wrestling Blackjack Mulligan and I forget who his partner was. Might have been Dusty,
Mm-hmm.
and it might have been more than a tag match too. It might have been a 6-man or an 8-man
Sure.
with us, with the Horsemen. And so they didn't have any seats on the football field because they wouldn't allow the ringside up there. So everybody had to be in the bleachers. And I can remember doing a thing with Mulligan, and he took a bump out on the football field, and so I jumped up to the top rope, and I went. I won't say what I exactly said, but I said, "Oh my." And I crawled down and got on the apron and jumped out on the football field on top of Mulligan.
Got to protect those knees.
Oh my gosh, it was just insane. I mean I couldn't have thought about it, but I did think about it. I paused, so I climbed down and got on the apron and then jumped on it.
Live to fight another day.
Oh gosh, absolutely.
Speaking of living to fight another day, Coach Rosie has a question. Did you ever get to pull off a slingshot suplex on Hawk or Animal?
No.
Were they tough to call a match with, or did they eventually come around to working the way you needed them to work?
No, they never had. I think we might have had some issues the first or second match we ever had with them. And after that, it was because they knew that we had their best interest at heart, and they couldn't make themselves look better than we could make them look.
Right. What do you,
So
in your opinion, do you think their legacy is the best power tag team of all time?
the best power tag team? Yeah, the best tag team's me and Arn. I mean, that's.
I knew that.
But power tag team, yeah.
Were you surprised to see them move through the business as much as they did, stay in the same gimmick for as long as they did? Because it just worked, right?
No, I mean that was the when they came on the air, boom, they were the Road Warriors, and they were always the Road Warriors. I mean, you couldn't change them. It'd be almost like trying to change the Horsemen.
Right. Why?
Which we were very, very fortunate that when Ole quit or got fired, I'm not sure just exactly what, but they tried to slide Luger in there, and that did not work.
Right.
And then we switched and got Barry in there because now you had 4 of the greatest performers
Yes.
in our business as a team together, and that was untouchable. And that was the best group of the Horsemen because Barry was so good at being a single wrestler, and Flair was good at that. And then I came in. It switched me from the other single to tag team with Arn, and it made us golden because we had the chemistry and we had that. But the thing that we had was Ole and Arn were kind of the same kind of guys, and Gino and I were the same kind of guys. And Arn and I were 2 separate guys. Arn was 270, I was 220, and I was the scat around whatever, and Arn was the crunch guy. And it made us the best because we could work with anybody then.
We are going to get to Lex Luger later on in this series and the whole Barry Windham thing. Stay tuned for that here on adfreeshows.com. We're going to get to number 4, the 4th biggest rivalry in the Horsemen, and it's somebody you're very familiar with, Magnum TA. Now, I only put him at 4 because the run was short, unfortunately, but your run with him was very, very long. How special was Magnum in the business and to you especially?
Well, the thing with Magnum, it was before the Four Horsemen. My run with him, and then the I Quit match, I think was 85,
Starcade
Starcade
85,
85,
yes.
which I never said I quit.
That's true. Still haven't.
And yeah, it wasn't advertised as a yes match. It was an I Quit match, and you had to say I quit. So that's why I can wear a hat like this. And but it was the matches for 9 months leading up to it. And um, I will tell you this from the bottom of my heart. Animal and Hawk could not beat you up any better than Magnum could.
Interesting.
So
When you when
there
you
you have it.
say when you say that, do you mean that in the sense of as a baby face coming up on you?
Oh, he just beat the crap out of you. And the thing about it is, and this is the thing that I get a little bit perplexed with myself. You know, people want to call this wrestling this and wrestling that, and da 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 da. A street fight is two punches, and the toughest guy knocks the other one out, and it's done.
Right.
8 seconds, 10 seconds. And you had to go into the ring with Magnum TA and have him beat the crap out of you for 30 minutes.
Right.
We need 30 minutes tonight. And there you have it.
Who was stiffer? Magnum TA or Hawk?
Let me see if I've got a quarter in my pocket.
Your matches with Magnum were legendary, including Starcade 85. You're absolutely correct. That came before the Horsemen. But the legacy that you two have with each other blended into the Horsemen when the package of you four were put together. Magnum
Yes.
would have been, in my mind, and please correct me if I'm wrong, the best babyface antagonist against you guys if the accident didn't happen. The growth of Magnum.
Absolutely. Oh, he would have been tag team with Dusty, and me and him and Arn uh would have been match after match after match, just like we did with Dusty. I mean, I had so many singles with Dusty for the climb the ladder match, get to this match, and it was I was very, very fortunate to be in a situation that wherever it was and whatever gimmick Dusty wanted to think up um, was outstanding, and then I could fulfill it. And when I mean, it was just tragic when the accident
Yeah.
happened, and it was, I mean, all of us. Um, and that's probably more as a catalyst to start the Horsemen as anything,
Right.
because Dusty wanted to have an 8-man tag match, and that's when they put the four of us together, Ole and Arn and me and Flair. And I mean, it was just you people don't really grab a hold of the fact that the wrestling fans made us be a group. It was not Crockett Promotions going, hey, we're going to call you guys the Four Horsemen and we're going to make it happen. No. Arn called us the Four Horsemen in an 8-man tag match. And the wrestling fans caught on, and they named us, and they brought signs, and they brought everything. And that's what made Crockett push it. And I don't know of any other wrestling entity has ever been like that before.
Right. Without Magnum, is there the Four Horsemen?
I don't remember. I mean, the angle with me and Magnum was so good and so long, and the Horsemen came in the tag match with Dusty, the 8-man tag, was
86.
86. So it's after the wreck.
Yep.
So I would say yes.
Okay.
That even with I mean it's there, and he had the wreck in 85. Am I right? No, 86.
Right. No, he had the wreck in 86. So he's there
86.
for the Horsemen, but at the time he moves on from you and starts working with Flair. And and the Andersons are beating the shit out of him. You're beating the shit out of him. Flair's beating the shit out of him. Without Magnum being the guy who puts it all kind of together with Dusty, it's tough to see where those 8-mans come from. Who's the top guys? So with me, your legacy with Magnum gets us to Magnum's elevation to Flair. Magnum getting the shit kicked out of him by the top heels. So to me,
well, the elevation was Starrcade 85.
85. Yep.
Because he walks out with the belt.
Yes.
And now he gets title shots.
And without you dropping the belt to him in that classic match that you didn't say I quit to, he's not ready for Flair, in my opinion.
No, in anybody's opinion. But then it was to maximize that. And then it was to rebuild me and get us back to where we can. And that's I think when we changed, Dusty changed he put the TV title on me and changed it from NWA TV title to the World TV title.
Right.
So then Dusty could win the World TV title.
I was going to say, then he made sure that he won the title back from you, but that's a story for the next episode. Actually, 2 episodes, because we're gonna wrap this one up for this episode. Number 5 is the Road Warriors. Number 4, Magnum TA. Next week, we're going to discuss number 3 and number 2, and you may be surprised who I put at number 3. I think Tully's going to be 2. But we will see you again next week, right here on AdFreeShows.com and TullyVision.